Welcome to Whispers of the Web, where the hidden gems of the web come to life. Join us as we unravel the most fascinating tales, secrets, and discussions from across the web. Every whisper has a story. If you enjoy our journey through the whispers of the web, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the intrigue. Story number 1. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend's boyfriend that he shouldn't have been allowed to eat? Original post date was November 19, 2023 and posted in r/am I the a-hole. Some friends and I decided to do the trend where we have a dinner and everybody brings a food that starts with the first letter of their name. There is one friend of ours that's a bit of a moocher. Whenever we go out, she never pays for stuff, whether it's the dinner bill, tickets for the movies, etc., we always end up paying for her. But everyone accepted this and doesn't really have an issue with it. However, recently, it's become worse. She's been dating this guy for a couple of months and she brings him everywhere with her, even when he's not invited. So now we have two people to pay for. Also, I feel like I have to say that they have jobs, they're not struggling. It'd be different if they were broke, then of course I wouldn't mind. But yeah, we had the dinner last night and everybody brought food and put a lot of effort into it. These two, however, showed up with absolutely nothing. Not even a bottle of soda. We were annoyed, but nobody said anything. It wasn't until the end of the night when they were leaving that I cracked a little. The friend's boyfriend was taking home all the barbecue ribs that were left. I repeat, all of it, and it was a lot. Like, dang, be considerate at least. He emptied the entire tray of ribs into a container. That's when I politely asked, can you maybe not take all of it? The others might want some too. He got all defensive and asked, why are you treating me like I'm stealing all the food? I clarified that I never said such a thing and that I only asked that he didn't take all of it. He got angry, plopped the ribs back, and said, fine, I don't need your food, to which I replied, it kinda seems like you do, and to be honest, you shouldn't have eaten at all since you didn't contribute again, as usual. Then my friend came, took him and just left without saying anything. Now apparently, she's angry with us, mainly me. Most of my friend group doesn't think I did anything wrong, but there are a couple who are saying that I shouldn't have said anything. The thing is that I didn't even say anything to my friend because I don't mind that she doesn't contribute. Her boyfriend was the one irritating me. He eats the most food but doesn't contribute, drinks the most alcohol, doesn't contribute, orders really expensive meals at restaurants, doesn't contribute towards the bill. I guess I got kind of annoyed and snapped at him. I tried phoning her to clarify that I don't have any issue with her, but she's ignoring me. I dunno, maybe I should have left well enough alone. Relevant comments. Did he just steal a container? Correct. It wasn't his container. LMAO, yep. I asked the friend who was hosting the dinner about it. She didn't even know he took it till after they got mad and left. When they left and she came to the dining room, she saw the container there with all the ribs in it and was like, what the F, when did he even take this? Did boyfriend know he was supposed to bring something? Oh, he knew. He even made a joke about not bringing anything. Also, isn't it common sense not to take a whole tray of food from somewhere? But yes, I do need to confront the friend. Been letting her crap slide for way too long. Why the F do you guys encourage her mooching? Yeah, it's stupid, to be honest. She is substantially younger than the rest of us, so when she initially started the not paying thing, everybody was like, ah, she's young, let's pay for her. And she sorta became the little sister of the group. The handful of times I did mention paying, she acts like she forgot. For example, we were both in line for snacks and I offered for her to go ahead of me like, do you want to go first? She acted all surprised, oh yeah, I'll go first. Yet I fully know that she expected me to pay for the both of us. Why does everybody want her around? Is it a looks thing? One of my friends was friends with her first, it's her coworker. Then she introduced her into our friend group. She's a pretty girl, sure, but it's not like that. The friend who introduced us is really fond of her. She's the main one who says not to say anything about the mooching. I think it's kind of like she likes having a mini-me of sorts around. Except she's actually rich and contributes. But yeah, they're close. Ages. We're all in our 30s and she's 22. Not the a-hole, but you obviously do mind that she's a mooch. Okay, fine, you caught me. I do mind. And I find it annoying. I put up with it because everybody else says to, oh my god, don't tell her that. You'll make her feel bad. I wanted to phone her and clarify that I had no problems with her to avoid drama. God, do I hate the drama. By speaking up, I've sorta divided our friend group now and the whole situation is annoying. OOP is voted not the a-hole. Update posted on November 29, 2023, 10 days later. I wanted to clarify, the reason I said I don't really have a problem with her not contributing is because I personally never paid for her in terms of dinner, tickets, etc. I've paid for exactly a drink, some popcorn, and parking before. But she obviously still benefits from me and the others when we bring food and drinks and she brings nothing. I've always thought it was unfair but nobody wanted to say anything so I left it alone. I should also mention that she's a friend by association. I've only known her since the beginning of this year. I confronted her like many of you suggested and started off by saying I thought it was unfair her boyfriend was taking all the food and that's why I spoke up. She said she's sorry, and the boyfriend only did that because he didn't think anyone would mind. I should say that even though she eats at these things, she's never taken copious amounts of food before. I said that I don't speak on behalf of everyone but I feel it's unfair that she keeps bringing her boyfriend and also that she never contributes to anything. Since she had just been apologetic, I thought she would respond by saying that she would start to contribute but instead, she asked why I cared so much because I don't even eat ribs and that I embarrassed her and her boyfriend for nothing. I don't eat meat but that was beside the point. My friend put a lot of hours into cooking those ribs just for this guy to take them all? No, it's not right. And I didn't make a scene, he did. I spoke very politely. So I explained that again and said that she's been an inconsiderate friend. She said, I don't know why you're attacking me when nobody else has a problem, then said that she didn't want to associate with me anymore. I said that was fine and that was the end of it. I told the others the outcome and the friend that introduced Mooch to us was really mad that I caused a rift between everyone over food. So the group essentially split up and those who were irritated with me will continue to hang out with her. The others who secretly found her annoying but were too polite also spoke up and decided to branch off too. Our Mooch-free group hung out a couple of times already and all the complaints are finally being released. Also, everybody brings something now which is nice. Not just that, but it's a more relaxing and stress-free environment without them. The introducer friend is trying to poach some of the new group to no avail which I think is funny but anyway, that's it. Sorry if this was anticlimactic. And I know this is like juvenile, high school stuff but hey, that's what happened. Relevant comments. The details on the Mooch-free group versus the Mooch group. Thank you. There are 7 in the Mooch-free group and 4 in the Mooch group. 5 if you include the boyfriend. The most important question, where is rib-making friend? Rib-maker is in the Mooch-free group. Story number 2. Am I the a-hole for exposing my abusive ex-girlfriend to her fiance? Originally posted to r/am I the a-hole. Trigger warning. Emotional abuse and manipulation, stalking, harassment, and body shaming. Originally posted on November 26, 2023. Throwaway account. I, 26 male, dated my ex-girlfriend in high school when we were both 16. I had a crush on her since 2nd grade so when she finally agreed to go out with me in high school I was over the moon. Unfortunately, our relationship was a nightmare. I quickly realized she has low self-esteem, constantly asked for reassurance from me about her looks and weight, and if I didn't tell her what she wanted to hear she would gaslight and manipulate me to make me feel guilty. I didn't realize at the time but after reading stuff online and listening to some podcasts I realized her behavior was emotionally abusive. We dated for around 1 year and she ended up breaking up with me citing her mental health etc., etc. I never saw her after high school because we moved to different cities and also her social media accounts were set to private. Recently there was a high school reunion. I found out she would be there, so I decided to go. She hadn't changed much, was still overweight. She said hi to me as if nothing had happened and proceeded to make small talk with me. It really bothered me that she was pretending nothing happened between us, so I asked if we can talk privately. I told her about how I felt about the way she treated me and was abusive towards me when we were dating. She said something like she was going through a tough time with her self-confidence and apologized for taking it out on me, etc., etc. Said, ever since she met her current partner, she was feeling more confident about herself. She then told me they were engaged, which also came as a shock to me. I asked her if she had told him about us and how she treated me when we were dating. She said she mentioned her past relationships to him but didn't share all the details. I told her she needs to tell him about how she was abusive to me so that he knows who he is marrying. At this point, she made up some excuse and ran away from the conversation. I felt that the new partner should know what he's getting into. She is still overweight and has not made any effort to change or improve herself and probably has the same insecurities, and I imagined how this man will have a terrible marriage. So after the party, I used a friend's account to find her fiance and I sent him a message detailing the things she did when we were dating in high school. He responded with something like asking me to stop bothering them. It's been about a week since I did this, and now I am getting bombarded with messages from high school friends calling me a creep and an a-hole. I don't understand how people can side with her when she was the one being abusive. And it is her responsibility to let her fiancé know about this. I was doing what I felt was the right thing. I thought maybe they are reacting this way because they don't have the full story in the background about our relationship. So I wanted to post here. Am I the a-hole? Or am I helping this poor man? Edit. Okay. I was expecting my perspective would be divisive but didn't realize people would think it's that bad. Reading through all your comments is making me question myself. First of all, I don't have a problem with her weight, I think she's cute. It may be true that I am hung up on her, she was my first and only long-term girlfriend. And no, I am not an Andrew Tate fan. I just saw some videos of him and thought they were interesting. I don't know that much about him. I do think I deserved more from her than an apology, and I did always think we would end up together once she worked on herself. I feel very frustrated about how things turned out. I am against therapy, so I won't do that. I might contact her again to see if she will talk to me, maybe that will bring more closure. Even though it was mostly negative, I still appreciate the comments. Verdict. Post removed before verdict rendered. Note. Vote was heading heavily toward you're the a-hole. Relevant comments. How was she abusive? OOP replied. For example, we were both into anime, and for my birthday she bought me a poster of my favorite anime character at the time, Asuna from SOA. She then proceeded to ask me if I think she is prettier or Asuna. And when I didn't tell her what she wanted to hear, she proceeded to cry. This is just one example, but it was constantly stuff like this, asking reassurance about her looks and her weight and throwing a tantrum if I was honest with her. Oh crap. I think you're the actual problem here. Try giving us more examples. OOP replied. I don't think it was me, she had very high-strung reactions. For example, our first times with each other, I initially didn't want to do it, but she asked me if it's because she is overweight that I'm not wanting to do it and got upset and cried because I rejected her. Then I felt pressured to do it with her. Or there was another time when she came to meet my parents. She was a vegetarian and my parents were not fond of vegetarians, so she ate a soup they made, then found out there was chicken in it and she yelled at me and my parents and left the house. It was very extreme emotions. Another time when we were playing a video game together and she couldn't get past a level, and when I called her stupid in a joking way, she got upset and threw my controller on the sofa and left. Info. Why are you so stuck on the fact she's overweight? OOP replied. I actually don't mind it, I think she looks cute. It's just that when we were together she kept seeking reassurance about her weight. Said she has eating related issues and stuff. So always asked me, do I look fat in this, etc. So since she is still overweight, she is probably doing the same to her fiancé. So, you corner someone you dated years ago. She listens to you before stopping the conversation because it's going nowhere. Then you harass her fiancé and try to blow up her life. Jealous and bitter much? You repeatedly insult her weight. Reading your post, I don't see evidence of her being abusive. You're the a-hole. Big time. OOP replied. Just want to clarify, I don't have any issues with her being overweight. I think she looks very cute and beautiful. I only said that because when she broke up with me she said she wanted to work on her insecurities, a big part was her weight. She even said maybe it was not the right time for us to date because of how she feels about herself when breaking up with me. So I am surprised that she is still the same weight now and is going to marry someone. I don't see how she will treat him any differently. So that was the reason why I mentioned the weight, not because I have issues with it. You're the a-hole, you're the a-hole, you're the a-hole. Get over it, you've just proved to the world that you're fixated on her. Is it possible she's changed since high school? Is it none of your business? You knew her then. Her fiance knows her now. And you know nothing about either of them anymore. Get your nose out of their business. You a-hole? OOP replied. I agree, she may have changed. I did keep track of her through common friends and was following where she was in life. I didn't know she was engaged. This came as a big shock to me. I feel that I know her better than her fiancé since I know her since we were 8, and even though we didn't speak since high school, I did get updates on her via mutual friends. I thought maybe if we tried again together as adults we can have a better relationship this time, and if she apologized for being abusive and promised she will be better this time, I was willing to give her another chance. But I don't see any evidence about her having changed, so I wasn't sure. What podcasts? Andrew Tate? Shaking my head. You're the a-hole and you sound abusive. OOP. What's wrong with Andrew Tate? I think he is misunderstood. What's wrong with Andrew Tate? I think he is misunderstood. That's a wrap, folks. That's all we need to know about OP. Filed with. And it sounds like I don't really have a chance with her at the moment. OOP. Updates the same post 5 hours later. Update. Just got done speaking to her. After the initial surge of comments here, I decided to contact her. I got her info from a friend and messaged her. She agreed to talk to me. I apologized for having contacted her fiancé and she said she accepts my apology. She said she is sorry about the things that happened in our relationship. She said she had therapy and now she has more confidence. She told me that she has been honest with her fiancé about her life and past, and he is supportive to her. Overall, she sounded in a better place. And it sounds like I don't really have a chance with her at the moment. We ended the conversation pretty amicably. I feel okay with where things are now. Reading all the comments were really hard, but I don't have much control over how people interpret things, so thanks I guess anyway for the comments. Thank you for joining us in today's journey through the whispers of the web. Share your thoughts and suggestions for our next adventure. If you're not yet a part of our whispering community, click the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications to never miss out on another story. Join us next time as we uncover another enthralling tale from the web. Until our next whisper.